What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and I'm going to be bringing you a live-casted game between Navi and mTw. This is from the defense group stages. I do believe the group stages are actually winding down, so this will be one of the last from the group stages. Then we get into the really nitty-gritty of tournament play. Navi banning out the Chen. Poor Chen, kind of like Lycan, never sees the light of day. Actually, not really. He sees play a little bit more than Lycan, but also banning out the lone druid. mTw really likes to use that lone druid. Funzy plays a mean bear, plays two mean bears actually. mTw eliminating those two heroes who could survive on the hard lane in the Darkseer and the Broodmother as well. So the two heroes who really, I don't want to say thrive in the hard lane, because no one really thrives in the hard lane, but could survive and not get completely crushed. Enigma being banned out by Navi. I think it's fucking mad who plays the Enigma, and mTw with the is not exactly rare to see a Enigma lone druid something coming out from mTw, but with the last ban being Invoker, this is going to give Navi the option of picking up the powerhouse that is Lycan. Rarely get to see Lycan being played, and I mean, for good reason. He's extremely strong hero. Some people might even say he's overpowered, but I'm not going to jump onto that bandwagon either way. He's amazingly strong in the jungle just because he farms so damn fast. He could get so much CS, and if you don't stop him, then he's just going to walk all over your team. And we see some first picks coming out from both teams. Navi picking up the Nature's Prophet, who also managed to get through the ban pool. Not really a surprise there, Nature's Prophet being played pretty much every game when he is available. And mTw picking up the Lycan and the Enchantress, actually. So, not sure what they're planning on doing with that. Of course, Lycan thrives in the jungle, also could kind of hold his own in the lane. Enchantress you never ever see in the lane. This isn't like 10 versions ago when Enchantress had Impetus as a level 1 skill. Yeah, that was crazy, but might see an offensive jungle in the Enchantress, just sit on the bot lane, try to grab a couple of creeps, maybe go with a Venomancer or another support hero, and then kind of take care of their bottom lane in that style. I don't think, well, it's a little bit too early to tell, but Navi with that Nature's Prophet, obviously, he does have the option to jungle, and although Nature's Prophet can jungle exceptionally quickly, it's not quite Lycan pace, because he's a wolf, and it's hard to outpace a wolf. Navi's two other picks coming out, going to be Shadow Demon and Windrunner, so Navi going to have a pretty good support. I mean, Windrunner can be played as a support. You don't really see that as often as you don't see that as often as you see her in the long lane. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Shadow Demon, of course, is going to be playing that hard support. Most likely. Saw a game with Shadow Demon mid, and that was actually pretty impressive. But Shadow Demon most oftenly played as a support, and there's still quite a few options for both these teams, really. Some big heroes are still in play. They could go for Leshrac, they could go for CK, and Leshrac, Shadow Demon might not be a bad pickup for Navi. Leshrac will add a lot to their pushing power, and mTw so far with no AoE will be hard pressed to stop any of those pushes that Navi is just so brutally effective at. mTw could also pick up, well, there you go, some anti-push. Not the strongest anti-push, especially since, well, assuming Navi picks up someone like Leshrac, Venomous wards aren't really going to be doing all that much, but mTw pretty much set for their supports. We might see what I said before, Enchantress and Venomancer kind of doing some aggressive jungling together. They could grab a creep, and then if they run into a Navi member in the jungle, that Navi person is going to be in for a world of hurt. A Gale into a creep ability, whatever Enchantress might be picked up, and then just right clicks, and that's pretty dangerous, especially if you're like a weak hero like a Shadow Demon or even a Prophet, not the bulkiest of heroes. This does mean that they're I don't know. Lycan might lane, or they might, I don't know. mTw has quite a few options, but I think mTw probably going to want to pick up something like a Queen of Pain or something to fill a solo mid role, and Tinker is being eliminated by Na'Vi, knowing that Sock does play a mean Tinker, and mTw, well, pretty much all three of these heroes are like classic mTw. Chen to a lesser degree, but all three of these heroes in the middle ban by Na'Vi are heroes that mTw does like to play, and not mTw actually banning out the Bane Elemental. It's a really aggressive support, most definitely, but I'm not sure if that is actually the best thing, because if Na'Vi wants more early game power, they could pick up a Crystal Maiden, they could pick up a Vengeful Spirit, they still have a ton of options. And Na'Vi, with their build right now, looks like they might go for a 4-1 kind of strat, pick up a hard carry or some semi-carry kind of thing, and actually a Juggernaut being banned out. Interesting. Maybe fearing that Juggernaut on the bot lane with the Venomancer, but Juggernaut, not exactly a ban that you see every day. And Rubik, oh yes, thank you, Na'Vi, thank you. If I see a Wisp's Tiny, I'm going to be happy. I don't know if I could say I'm going to lose it, but I'm definitely going to be ecstatic about that. Wisp Tiny's, oh my god, overcharged Tiny, that shit is crazy. I actually completely forgot that the new heroes have been added to this mode, and we get to see them now. Na'Vi with that Wisp is going to have a pretty sick global powerhouse combo kind of thing. Well, the fact of the matter is, Wisp and Furion, shit's dangerous. You could relocate somewhere with a buddy and then have Nature's Prophet teleport in, and that's just a lot of heroes. Suddenly a 2v1 gank becomes a, 4v1? 4v2? Yeah, and then you're pretty much screwed, because Tether and Relocate and Wisp, just a really big hero. I'm actually surprised Rubik managed to get through all this way. Rubik has been picked up first, or in the early stages of the drafting phase since he has been added, but we're going to have to see what mTw decides to do about this. I'm still not sure exactly how their lanes are going to play out. They might just have an Enchantress in the aggressive jungle by herself, and then have a friendly jungle Lycan, and then have a solo Venomancer? That would be pretty cool. But they're actually running out of time, and I have a feeling this game is... I have a feeling we're going to be in for a wild ride, and I'm so glad I'm casting this live, because I don't want to be seeing it any other way. I'm just going to duck out for a little bit. Beastmaster Sand King for mTw. Beastmaster is going to give mTw that mid lane power. Most likely going to be a... well, actually, I haven't seen a Wisp in a pro game in ever, really. I've only seen one, and that was in Dota 1. So mid lane from Na'Vi, quite open. Most likely going to be a Windrunner up against that Beastmaster. And Beastmaster, once he gets that battle, could be fine. And Na'Vi getting a really, really intense early game lineup. They don't have a... Well, they don't have a Lycan, they don't have a Morphling. They don't have any type of heroes who really scale well into the late game as far as right clicks go. But the amount of power that they get early, and they have a ton of disable, a ton of stuns, it's going to be substantial. And mTw, they do have a little bit of late game from that Lycan, and they're going to pick up a Tide Hunter, so they're going for a pretty bulky early game strat as well. Tide Hunter, Venomancer, and Enchantress all serve their roles pretty well, but I don't know, against a team who kind of went all in onto the early mid game, it's going to be difficult. mTw, it's also worthy to note that they only have, well, if you're not counting ultimates, they have no stuns. No stuns, maybe a stun from Enchantress, I guess, if you're lucky. Venomancer has a slow, Enchantress has a slow, Beastmaster has a Roar, and Tide has a Ravage, but other than that, mTw is extremely stun light compared to Na'Vi with Shackle Shot, with a Tether, with a Burrow Strike, and they of course have the kind of other pseudo disables and Sprout and Disruption, so a lot of disables going to be coming out from Na'Vi. Let's go over who is playing what, as Sock asked for a second, but that is more than okay. Kabap is going to be playing the Enchantress. Yeah. Okay. Everything's fine, guys. Kebab is going to be playing the Enchantress, and is going to be supporting as per usual. Sock is going to be playing the Lycan. Fucking Mad on the Venomancer, Syndrin on the Tidehunter, and Funzy on the Bear. I wish I could turn this off. Can I turn this chat off somehow? I don't know how to turn off the chat, but you're just gonna have to deal with it, guys. Dendi is gonna be playing the Windrunner, pretty solid Windrunner. Ars Art on the Shadow Demon, Puppy on the Wisp, Havorst, actually, I'm just gonna call him Xbox, a lot easier to say, on the Sand King and Light of Heaven on the Nature's Prophet, and we might see a level 1 Rumble coming out from these two teams. Lycan Wolf scouting out all of Na'Vi, so it's going to be really a matter of whether or not mTw wants to fight this. They are going to summon another Wolves. Gale goes out and misses. This is going to probably cue mTw to fall back, but someone got disrupted. Who was that? Lycan got disrupted. He's going to take quite a bit of damage. Bro Strike going out to Fucking Mad. Fucking Mad looks like he's going to go down. A couple more right clicks. Shadow Demon is going to get first blood, and Vorst is going to be running away. Sock is actually taking a lot of damage as well. He's going to go down as well. 2 for 0 so far in favor of Na'Vi. And Syndrin getting body blocked by Dendi. He's going to get sprouted up as well. Syndra is going to be going down 3 for 0 in favor of Na'Vi. Wisp is still in the background getting chased by a couple wolves, but he's going to be, looks like he's going to be fine. So mTw, with that missed Gale, that was not a good fight to take, and I don't think they wanted to take it, but Lycan just got overextended just a little bit too much and got disrupted. So, Xbox saying, good luck, have fun. That's awesome. I love it. So, already a huge start for Na'Vi. Let's see how they managed to split those kills. Well, everyone got a ton of assists, which is going to be huge for all of them, but Sand King getting 1, Nature's Prophet getting 1, and Ars Art getting 1, so... of course, what Na'Vi has to do is really do work on the early stages of the game. Mid lane, we're going to see solo lane Syndrin as a Tidehunter versus a Windrunner. Something you definitely don't see every day, and Dendi taking advantage of that, going for the wind run into right clicks, but Syndrin, with that Gush minus armor, is doing a ton of damage to Windrunner. Windrunner is going to have to reconsider that strategy in the future. Looks like Puppy and Ars Art going to be playing support on the top lane, just going to be doing a little bit of counter warding. Oh, it's a race between Fucking Mad and the Wisp. Oh, that sucks. But Kebab is going to be in the jungle. Bottom lane is going to be Funzy versus Light of Heaven, so probably nothing much going to be going down there. Nature's Prophet can't get a kill because of Wild Axes, and Beastmaster is going to get harassed by the right click, so it's kind of a wash. I'm predicting a wash in the bot lane. Centaur now coming in from the Enchantress, going to be looking for a stun on Ars Art. He's actually getting blocked up pretty heavily. Gale going off onto Ars Art. He's going to self-destruct. Yes, there it is, and with Spirit's coming out from the Wisp trying to do a little bit of damage, but Ars Art is still in a lot of trouble. He's going to get right-click down by the Lycan. Burrow Strike going on to Fucking Mad is teleporting, coming in from Light of Heaven. Fucking Mad is going to get right-click down by the Wisp. Sokka is on the run, taking Sandstorm damage. He's going to eat his way through the trees, and he's probably going to be just fine. Sand King, low mana, low health, but he's still alive. Light of Heaven getting hit by a whole huge amount of forest creatures. He's going to be taken down by the Lycan. As we see Fucking Mad teleporting in, going to be getting a kill on the Wisp after Wisp takes a kill on the Enchantress. Ars Art is going to be harassed a little bit by the Centaur. Is he going to go for a stomp? Actually, going to get a stomp on 2, but there is no one in the vicinity to take advantage of that. So this game off to a wild, wild start on the top lane. And over here we have nice, peaceful Funzy and Light of Heaven. Syndrin in the mid lane. Gonna be not having the greatest time against Windrunner, but Tidehunter solo lane isn't the strongest, especially considering the other person is Windrunner, and further considering that the other person is Dendi, who Dendi's Windrunner is. That's not to be fucked with. Bottle being picked up by the Windrunner, and Syndrin not quite enough gold for his bottle if he decides to do so. Really wish I could turn off this chat, but it's could I I'm just scared. I'm just gonna like turn something off by pressing these buttons, but whatever. Actually, Troll Trap going on to someone. Someone's actually tethered. Ars Art was in that disruption. Xbox looking for a stun. Gonna be going on to Fucking Mad, but he's just gonna make his way out. Puppy taking a little bit of damage from that Lycan, but he doesn't look like anyone's gonna die. And Syndrin did go for a bottle, but Dendi did have it a little bit quicker, and Dendi, with that Wind Run ability, is going to be able to control the runes a little bit better. mTw does have sight of the runes on the top lane. They both don't have sight on the bottom lane, so it's just going to be up to Dendi to make a lucky guess, and then uses Wind Run to get there a little bit quicker. I'm just going to see if anyone could tell me how I could turn off that chat. That would be amazing. Yeah, but okay, I'm just gonna leave that there. Dendy gonna be harassing Syndrome a little bit, and looks like Sand King is gonna be one getting the farm on the top lane. I'm interested to see how this Wisp is gonna do, because I don't see Wisp a whole lot. Spirits are doing quite a bit of damage actually, especially considering mTw is clumping up quite a bit, so all those spirits are exploding very violently and painfully. Looks like Puppy and Xbox gonna be looking for someone on the bot lane. However, Syndrome, and the mid lane, I'm sorry, Syndrome does have a ward, so he's gonna realize that Sand King now has an invisibility rune, and Lycan is just doing his best to farm, but 4 for 5, not the best farm from Lycan by any stretch of any game at all. He does have 2 kills, which is, you know, 2 more than you would expect from a Lycan at this stage of the game, but still not getting the best farm, and because, well, it's a tri lane. He uses Wolves to try to last hit, but that's about it. We actually have fucking Mad and Kebab looking for Light of Heaven, but Light of Heaven, he's onto him, as he's summoned those Treants, but now there's the most annoying spell in the game. This Tornado, you little piece of shit, just doing so much harassment onto Light of Heaven, forcing him all the way back into the trees. Spirit's now out from Puppy, they're gonna pop, not doing anything at all, and Sock, knowing that his death is just a disruption cast away, is playing extremely far back. He's probably going to benefit from jungling a little bit, but really, that was blocked. This was blocked for a long time as well, and the camps from Sock weren't really there. Didn't have the option. No one in the chat is telling me, so that's fine. I'll just have to live with the chat. I don't even know if I could turn it off in-game or whatever, but that's more than okay. Ooh, they actually have a Juggernaut dog. Juggernaut dog is best dog. Bap and Funzy just holding back the creep wave so that Funzy could apply a little bit of pressure, but Puppy has teleported in using those wisps to do a little bit of damage to the creep wave, and Funzy's going to be taking every single one of those wisp blasts. They are going to take this advantage. Roar goes onto Puppy and a Gale as well, using a ward to keep Puppy in between a whole lot of creeps. Light of Heaven has teleported in, however, there are still 3 mTw heroes, and Light of Heaven is going to have to play it extremely carefully. Teleport coming in from Shadow Demon, fucking Mad getting sprouted up, but he's going to walk right out of there after eating through the trees. And now Kebab is the one in danger. Is there going to be a disruption onto Kebab? AA isn't quite fast enough. The trees kind of spotting him out, and Kebab getting sprouted. And wow, that actually gave Kebab a perfect exit route, eating through the trees and then running free. So kind of a wasted teleport by Ars Art, but he really needed to teleport back down there, or else mTw just would have gone onto that Nature's Prophet. Most likely have taken a kill. Now Dendy with the double damage rune is going to be able to completely dominate Syndrome even more. Already, oh my god, Syndrome's getting crushed in the mid lane, but Windrunner against Invoker, okay. Burrow Strike, just a, what? What? Burrow Strike only on Sock getting a kill? My apologies for missing that, but I was not expecting that to happen in a million years. Dendy now with the double damage rune going to fucking Mad. The Spirit's going to be doing a lot of damage as well. Dendy with the double damage. Going to be able to just right-click him down, and Dendy also with that tether. I don't think there's any overcharge. No overcharge quite yet. But Dendy is currently, like, well, 2 for 0 as far as Syndrome's score is concerned, so the ratios for Syndrome not going too well. Tether now stunning Syndrome as Dendy going for a shackle shot, not going to hit it. Someone's teleporting in as you see Syndrome popping the Ravage and Funzy's ultimate at the same time. Wisp and Dendy going to be taken down. So burning the ultimates, but getting 2 kills for your team, more than worth it. Sock in the meantime, using his ultimate for, I guess, just a little bit of pressure on the Sand King, is going to be able to deny that top tower. So now that is going to buy him a little bit of free time as Xbox is transitioning out of that lane, going to be looking for some kills somewhere else. And let's see if... Now, Funzy has not been pulling the Ancients, even though he does have a Soul Ring. Usually you do see that Soul Ring Ancient camp stacking strategy. But he's going to be harassing. Axe is going out really long, but not going to hit anything. And fucking Mad level 5. Let's do a quick experience check. The gold earned, well, golden experience actually. Gold earned in favor of Na'Vi. They do have that tower in their favor, even though it was denied. And then they have 1 more kill in advantage, plus that first blood. Experience earned is going to be actually fairly equal. It's actually kind of surprising considering how dominating Dundee is being in that lane, but mTw does have that jungle hero, so that is going to give them another income of experience and gold income. So Syndrome getting disrupted and Shadow Poison, as well as the Soul Catcher, going to be taking some spirits from Puppey, but it's not going to really be enough. Fucking Mad getting lashed to a tree, going to be power shotted down. They really are just eating these spirits, and these spirits doing a ton of damage. I'm not sure if that's because Puppey is playing amazingly or mTw just not used to playing against a Wisp, but either way, this Wisp being super effective. Now Sock, oh no, Sock going to be taking a Burrow Strike. Might be going into the epicenter. No, just going to be going for right clicks. Wisp actually tethered in, but Sock has popped his ultimate and he's on the run. One more hit. No, he's actually going to go with 14 HP. Kebab now in the middle of everything, but there's going to be an epicenter from Xbox going on to Kebab. Kebab is going to fall down to that Sand King, who's now on the chase for fucking Mad. Burrow Strike onto him as well. Shackle Shot not latching, but a Power Shot able to finish the deal. And Xbox is on the run from Funzy. He's going to go into that Sandstorm and be completely fine. Syndrome in the meantime trying to teleport out, and he is going to make it out. So Syndrome, without that Ravage, would have been pretty big for that fight, but Na'Vi taking a 1-for-2 trade and just pulling ahead, using their early game power to take commanding lead, and that's really what they have to do in this game if they want to win it. I feel like they also need a couple of towers, but hell, they're keeping Lycan down. They're keeping pretty much everyone down, so there's not really going to be much scaling for mTw unless they really... Well, actually, Xbox. Burrow striking. Oh, he's still there, actually. Is there going to be an interrupt? No, he's just going to teleport just fine. No roar out from Beastmaster. So that's Sand King. I'm pretty sure he meant to go up here, but he misclicked a little bit. Puppey's sending out his Wisps just to clear out some of these creeps near him. And this Wisp play has been very impressive. He's been... I don't think there's been a relocate quite yet. His Wisp just hit level 6, but he's been using that tether for long-range support, and that's exactly what you need to do as Wisp. Just make sure you get that stun off, and that has been happening. I know we got the stun off on Enchantress with the Sand King. So, setting up good stuff. Syndrome now in the mid lane. Going to be spotting out Puppey and Havorst. I have to really, decide what I'm going to call this player right here. Xbox or Havorst? I feel like, whatever. I'll just keep going however I feel like it and then make a decision later on. Fucking Mad going to be taking some spirits. No, actually the spirits dispel themselves. But here come even more spirits. They're really freaking annoying, and that range is just outrageous. Spirits, Lycan Wolves coming in from Lycan, who has been taking this time to free farm the top lane, so he's going to be able to get something out of his shitty start. Gush going out to Puppey and the Wolves as well. Just a little bit of harassment damage. Oh, also a tornado. Speaking of harassment damage, where is that little Wiltkin guy? I hate the Wiltkin. From all the way up here. Look how ridiculous that shit is. I hate that so much. But Light of Heaven has gone for the urn and has 4 into Nature's Call, so he's looking to turn on the pushing dial, turn up the pushing dial, going to be taking some towers, or trying for some towers at least. As we now see a little bit of lull in the really high action game that we've had so far. But oh no, Funzy, what are you doing there? Wisp actually relocating with Arzard, I believe. Wisp, no, actually just went there by himself. So Funzy is on the run. He is soul catching out. One more right click from the Wisp is going to be able to take the kill. Puppey taking a lot of damage. Syndrome actually getting sprouted out, so he's not able to give chase. We do have Dark Green and fucking Mad trying to look for someone. Light of Heaven is going to get out of there, and Wisp has actually relocated back to the fountain, and fucking Mad knows it. Does he know it? He has to know it. He has to see it by now. Yeah, he's camping around there. Wisp is going to be coming back, and Puppey versus fucking Mad. He's going to take a Gale. Spirit's coming out, trying to deal a little bit of damage to fucking Mad, but Kebab is coming in with the nuke from that Harpy, and Tidehunter with an Anchor Smash is going to allow Venomancer to take a kill. Dundee is on the mid lane farming, going to be going for a push stick. Let's see how Sock is actually doing. Sock actually does have his Vlads, so standard pub timing for Vlad's about 12 minutes, so not bad as far as pubs go, but hell, it's actually not so bad as far as this game goes, since he's been shut down pretty hard with that tri-lane. That little birdie is going to get taken down as fucking Mad. Now teleporting into the mid lane, but Sand King is around it. He's looking for something. He's going to find Kebab. No, he does have his epicenter, so he's looking for a kill. If he does manage to burrow strike Kebab, Kebab is dead almost with 100% certainty. And he does seem to know that he is there because they do have this ward on the high ground. They know, well, and they know Syndrome is coming around as well. Then he's going to be camping out the mid lane. He's getting a ton of farm, 57 for 20, level 10, and Syndrome only level 8. So the mid lane working heavily in favor of Na'Vi. Bot lane, 60, well, now with Hand of Midas. Bot lane, well, actually, Funzy did a pretty good job at holding the bot lane, all things considered, but Really, Na'Vi at a pretty big gold and experience advantage for this stage of the game. mTw not out of this by any means, because Na'Vi is really built for the early game. Later on, they're going to struggle a little bit more. It's not going to be impossible. As we see Light of Heaven teleporting in. Ravage going out from Syndrome, hitting Puppy, Dendy, and Light of Heaven on the edge as well. It looks like the Ursa is going to be taken down. Enchantress is going to be taking down Light of Heaven. Puppy is on the run with extremely low health. He's getting chased by wolves. Funzy is also dueling Dendy in a right-click war, but Syndrome is here with the Gush to try to do some support. Dendy's actually no, Funzy's gonna get teleported in by the Sand King, gonna be burrow striking him as well. Enchantress able to take out Puppy with an impetus. I'm not actually sure how he managed to catch up, and now the wolves looking for Dendy. No, not enough damage. Kebab is on the run from the Sand King, who is 100 away from his Blink Dagger, and once he gets that, mTw is gonna be in a lot of trouble. A blink into Epicenter, or a blink into Burrow Strike even, is just so much initiation range, and it's an initiation range that, quite frankly, mTw won't be prepared for, and I don't know if they could handle. Because, I mean, like, Venomancer, of course, oh, Venomancer on the bot lane, completely missed that one. Like, randomly clicked on him and he was dead, so, yeah, I agree with the chat. Epicenter was not necessarily needed, but, hell, they got the kill, and, you know, you take what you get, I guess. But Venomancer is a poison-based hero, obviously, so he's going to be working over time. Arzart now disrupting, and Soul Catcher and Kebab is going to be able to pop the heal. Someone's teleporting, that is going to be Syndrome, he's going to find Puppy, and Funzy is there as well. Axes? No axes? Why are there no axes? That was just lag, there were axes. So Puppy going to be taken down by Funzy in the mid lane, kind of overextending by himself. So you now see fucking Mad going to be jumped by Arzart, and Sand King is here as well. Burrow Strike onto fucking Mad with that Soul Catcher, he can take a lot of damage. Poison Nova right before he dies, and yes, he's going to die, but Xbox is going to die as well. No way he's going to get out of this. No, he's actually going to get denied by Light of Heaven. Beautiful play by Light of Heaven, but unfortunately, Arzart is not going to be able to make it out. And now it's Dendy getting roared up by Funzy. Syndrome is there too with that damage. Relocate incoming by the Wisp. Is there going to be a tether onto Dendy? He needs to really catch both of these heroes with that tether. He's going to catch Funzy, and Funzy is going to turn around and right-click Puppy. He has 6 seconds to kill him. Power Shot going to be sealing off that deal, so no kill onto Puppy. And Puppy, with that 1 second left, is going to be teleporting back to his fountain. Dendy going to go toe-to-toe with Syndrome. As we saw before, it's not exactly going to be working in Dendy's favor, but it looks like Syndrome, with the items and the experience... well, actually, not experience, but with the items in favor of Puppy, is going to be forced away from that. Lycan coming in. Here comes Sock. Big Angry Wolf. Dendy uses Force Staff already. Windrun is up. That is going to buy him a little bit of time as we see a disruption coming in from Arzart. And now Sock is in a ton of trouble. Sprout as well, trapping him inside there. He just has to kind of duel someone to try to run out of this. But a Burrow Strike coming in from Teal, the Sand King, is going to let Shadow Demon take that last kill. And Dendy being chased by wolves still. Dendy, the wolves. The wolves, one more hit. Windrun is back up on cooldown. Dendy is going to survive. 14 HP by Dendy. Holy crap, this game is amazing. Dendy just... You can't kill him. It's simply impossible to kill Dendy. Because he'll just drop down to 30 life and then his life will stop dropping. It's impossible, guys. Don't even try. Don't even try. Drum's now up on Tidehunter. Not the most common of builds, but really you see it from a Tidehunter who needs something from the early game. He's actually getting disrupted. Yeah, disrupted just for a little bit of harassment. But Sand King did manage to take the mid tower of mTw, and now that's 3 towers down. 3 towers from mTw are down, and only 1 from Na'Vi is down. So they're just continuing to build onto their lead. See the experience and gold spiking pretty heavily upwards. And fucking Mad with his level 4 wards now is gonna be able to slow down any pushes coming in. Oh, who is this? Syndrome, what are you doing there, Syndrome? Oh my god, that was beautiful. What the fuck am I saying? I was gonna say beautiful and then brutal, and then I just said brutiful, which doesn't make any sense. But a relocate from the Wisp into an Epicenter, as Funzy actually going to be roaring the Wisp as well. Kebab is here. Puppy is most likely going to die from another hit. Yes, Funzy is going to get the last right click. Kebab now going to be teleporting in on by Light of Heaven. He does have that heal on, so he's going to be able to tank quite a bit of it, but he's going to try to teleport regardless. Kebab is going to make it out, and Funzy now has to just simply run away. But no, Xbox is here with a Blink Dagger as well, so Funzy can take a power shot, and Nature's Prophet going to be taking that last kill. So 18-4 in favor of Na'Vi, constantly making favorable trades. Windrunner is best hero. Dendy is best hero. I'm actually a huge fan of both of these teams, so I'm not going to try to be impartial. Sock looking for a kill onto Light of Heaven, but he's just going to teleport away. No Blink Dagger, Burrow Strike coming in from the Sand King, way too far away. So he's going to get out of that one alive, and Kebab taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to watch out because Sand King now has a haste rune. Blink Dagger into Burrow Strike is going to mean Kebab's death most likely. So he's going to Sandstorm down. See him going into Sandstorm and just sitting near the tower. So Syndra does know where he is. Ravage going off, going to be hitting the Sand King, and Sand King is going to be chased down by the Sock. Just a couple right clicks. I'm not sure if Sand King is... Oh no, Sand King is actually still booking. He does have a haste rune. Blink Dagger onto the high ground, right into Syndra. Unfortunately, Gale going to hit as well. Burrow Strike onto fucking Mad. Sock is still in hot pursuit in that wolf form. Is he going to get away? Sandstorm just for a split second trying to lose him, but no. 274 crit can be able to take down that Sand King. Oh shit. This game is awesome, guys. I'm so glad I'm doing this. I hope you guys are having a fun time as well. Wisp does have a pair of arcane boots. Does have a bracer. I'm pretty sure that's going to be turned into a drum out. See why he would just get that and hold it. And Shadow Demon also has arcane boots, as we see a push going on from mTw to the bot lane. Light of Heaven has to be careful, but no, Wisp with Dendi relocated into this bottom lane. Fucking Mad going to be taking a power shot to the face. Sock is going to try to teleport. Tether already stunned him, so there's going to be no stun. No, actually he's casting a new Tether. Sock is not going to be able to teleport out of this one. Wisp gets the last kill, and then teleports back to the mid lane where Syndra is. He was camping the relocation spot, going to get tethered and shackled to the tree. Syndra is going to take a lot of damage. Funzy is going to roar onto Puppy's. Light of Heaven teleports in for this Tidehunter. He does not have a Ravage. Dendi taking a lot of damage, however, but Wisp coming in with that Tether Magic Wand, give Dendi a little bit more HP. We just needs one more Anchor Smash, Syndra. One more Anchor Smash. Funzy is going to look for axes. He does have them up, but he's going to get Burrow Struck. And going into Epicenter, Funzy is going to go down from this Epicenter as Kebab comes in from the side. Going to be able to right-click Dendi. So Dendi has managed to go down, so forget what I said about him being unkillable. Kebab is on the run, however. He does have his heal up as fucking Mad comes in with his poison combo. Going to be doing a lot of damage over time. Xbox now can take a lot of damage from the tower. He does have Boots of Travel, so he might run out of this. No. He's going to get taken down by the Enchantress, who now has a triple kill with that Ursa Warrior. Light of Heaven now on the run, taking a lot of poison damage, but this game is just simply epic. 4-for-3 trade in favor of Na'Vi, continuing to grow their lead. Just keeps on going. And mTw, they're struggling. They're really struggling, but later on in the game, they will have a little bit more of an advantage, assuming Sock manages to get his items up. They do have the huge team combo, and although Wisp, with that overcharge, will be able to do a lot of damage, just now picking up his first point in that. But the right click coming from Na'Vi, that's exactly right, Wallace. I feel like everyone's listening to me. Look at that, it's beautiful. Calling things perfectly. Nature's Prophet, he did get a Hand of Midas, but he didn't go for something extremely aggressive and right-clicky. He went for actually mech into a ultimate orb. Most likely going to be a sheep stick, but Sock is going to have that BKB up, so he's not going to be too concerned about that, unless he burns his 10 seconds and 9 seconds doing some silly shenaniganry. But Sock, with that Vlad's finally going to be able to solo up the Roshan 21 minutes into the game. And I don't think Na'Vi has any vision of that, and they don't have wards, and it'll just be their intuition if they do manage to go up on there. I should check a little bit more of the items. Enchantress is pretty bulky. 2 bracers and a point booster. It's a lot of health on the Enchantress. Venomancer has absolutely nothing, just arcane boots. Tidehunter has absolutely nothing, only a pair of drums. Well, that's a little bit more than nothing. But Dendi getting roared. But here comes Puppy with that long-range tether assistance. Funzy going to be taking a lot of spirits damage, and let's see if they're actually going to do anything. Kebab slowing down Dendi, popping the wind run. Syndra trying to get in position for a Ravage, but he's actually going to get disrupted, so no Ravage coming from him. Sock taking a huge epicenter, so Sock is going to be burning that Aegis right now. Arzard, Light of Heaven, and Xbox going to be taken down by that Ravage. Tidehunter is going to take up that Sand King kill. Syndra now going after Arzard, who's going to get right-clicked by this Lycan, who did revive Puppy now on the run. He's going to have to relocate out of there. Did he go down? Yeah, he did go down. Puppy managing to take that right click. Light of Heaven trying to teleport out. He's going to get away to the bot lane, actually, so very aggressive. Going to just continue to go on whenever there's an opportunity. But mTw taking that fight very handily with those big ultimates, and they did lose the Aegis. But hell, that's what the Aegis is for. If you can make a 3 for Aegis trade, take that trade. Funzy meeting Nature's Prophet teleport on the bot lane. Funzy doesn't have anything. Unfortunate for him, just Power Treads and Soul Ring. But this is going to mean a tier 1 on the top lane for mTw. So mTw, with that fight and with that tower, is going to try to be turning the tides as far as Navi's golden experience advantage is for them. But, I'm losing control of my mouse a little bit. There we go. Okay, everything's better, guys. But mTw is still behind. They really need a very good Ravage in order to win a fight. That Ravage hit 3 people, and Dendi was already weak when he got Ravaged. So that Windrunner, not playing the usual unkillable role, actually got taken down fairly early in that fight. Those are power shots, shackle shots, and right clicks also that just weren't there. Na'Vi going to be taking down the tier 2 on the bottom lane, so that only leaves 2 tier 2s left for MTW, where Na'Vi actually has 3, so MTW not that far behind as far as the towers go. Managed to take down all the tier 1s. They lost one of their tier 2s, the other two in pretty good condition, so Funzy looks like he's going to be building towards a pipe. That means Syndrome doesn't have to go towards a pipe. Might be going for the Blink Dagger. He does have enough in 5 seconds. I would not be surprised since that Ravage is just so game-breaking. And yes, there's the Blink Dagger onto the Tidehunter. So now if he gets a Ravage with 3 to 4 people, that fight is not going to go Navi's way. Na'Vi really needs to be the one initiating. They have to get the important pickoffs first. But if MTW manages to get a good Ravage, and then, you know, Sock following up Kabap with the right clicks, pretty intense damage coming out from the Enchantress, then the fights are not going to go Navi's way in the future. That is not to say that Na'Vi is out of this, but the experience with those 3 kills, dropping heavily in favor of MTW, dropping heavily, but now in favor of MTW, kind of sitting at 0, so it's kind of a wash there, but Na'Vi kind of positioning themselves around jungle. Looks like they're just farming when Sock. Lycan now up with a BKB, gonna be farming some Ancients. And that BKB Lycan is gonna be quite terrifying. I don't think there's anything that could disrupt him. He gets sprouted if Nature's Prophet hits it on the floor correctly, but that's about it. So Lycan's gonna have to be in a lot of trouble. Light of Heaven teleporting in, gonna be going for Funzy, actually getting epicentered by the Sand King, as Sasha coming right in for this kill. Funzy is gonna be getting taken down by the Shadow Demon. Demonic Purge is gonna seal that deal. Disruption into a Soul Catcher, going to be going on to Sock. He's forced to use his BKB and teleport away, but still taking a lot of damage regardless. Dendy and Puppy coming in with that relocate, but looks like Puppy just has to teleport back all alone. Oh, no, actually, he's going to bring Dendy with him. And fucking Matt is not going to expect this. He's not going to expect these two here. Shackle Shot not going to latch on anything, but fucking Matt actually managing to dodge a power shot as well. Crap is here with the heal, but Light of Heaven is here as well. We see a Sprout going out to fucking Matt. Last right click from Nature's Prophet. Is there going to be more engagement by the Sand Gang? No. He's actually going to settle for taking some poor ogres. They just wanted to, they're just defending the land, and he just burrow struck them. Vicious, vicious stuff coming out from Na'Vi, but with a 3-2 game, MTW actually looking for a fight. Syndrome blinks in and pops his Ravage, catching all of them. Puppy taking a lot of damage as well. Lycan getting taken down. Light of Heaven, is he going to teleport away? Yes, he is going to use his teleportation scroll, actually. So huge Ravage from MTW, using that stun time to take out 2 heroes before Na'Vi could even get anything off. And I was about to say, I was not sure if they were going to be able to defend that, but hey, they made it happen. Light of Heaven now with the sheep stick, so MTW, they are kind of staying par as far as the fights go, but that's because of their innate hero skills. They don't really have the farm to back it up quite yet. Lycan looks like he's going to be going for a Necro Book, so going to be getting that. Even if he is disabled somehow, he's still going to be doing a lot of damage, plus the aura is very nice as well. Also, the Sand King invisibility kind of being a pain in the ass for MTW. So those Necro 3 minions are going to help them out when that time comes. Dendy Illusions just being a little bit of a pain for MTW. Enchantress building up towards the Aghanim Scepter. Enchantress doing quite a bit of damage actually. Those impetuses, and unless she's the one being burrow struck and then epicentered, she's just sitting in the back right clicking with a whole bunch of pure damage, and that's something you don't exactly want to happen to your team. Wisp actually going for an Assault Cuirass. That's an interesting build. Usually you see mech on a Wisp because you could double heal someone with that mech, but Nature's Prophet actually going for that. Wisp going for a little bit more of a tanky role. It's going to try to draw fire from MTW, I guess. Na'Vi going to be pushing on to the second tower from MTW, and Syndrome going to be taking a little bit of spirit damage. As you see a Blink Burrow Strike onto Syndrome, tethered him as well. Syndrome's just sitting here stunned, but no, Gale's going to slow down the rest of Na'Vi, but Syndrome is going to be taken down regardless. Just too much damage coming out from the Na'Vi team, and that was from pretty huge. Oh my god, look at the teleportations. Kabab, gotta be careful, he's gonna get tethered and burrow striked as Light of Heaven teleports in from the back. And there's gonna be a Soul Catcher onto Kabab. Not enough disruption actually, gonna be saving him for just a little bit, but that's it. And Puppy relocated back into the MTW side of the map, gonna be trying to teleport out. There's no disables coming out from MTW, as I said before. The only stuns on MTW is the Ravage and is the Roar. And these people, AC on Wisp, I know, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. And I don't know why these guys are talking about tentacle porn, but that's... okay, I gotta... No. Light of Heaven going for a solo kill, I'm fucking mad, so my apologies for missing that one. It's really hard to catch solo kills. Speaking of, we might see Sand King going to be taking a little bit of damage from Sock, but Sock looks like he's just going to be content to kill the creep wave, get a little bit of farm as we see the rest of his team pushing down on the tier 2 mid lane. And mTw, without this Venomancer, without the right clicks from the Enchantress, is most likely going to get this uncontested. Funzy's got to be careful from a blink burst. No, he doesn't have to. Sand King's on the top lane, so. Another tower going the way of Na'Vi, and they could easily slide up and take this tower. Is Ravage up? Ravage is up. And last time they tried to push that tower, it didn't go quite well for them, so they're going to try for it regardless, and it looks like mTw a little bit too far away to defend. So the last tower from mTw is going to take a fall right now. Boom. Windrunner gets the last hit. Where's Windrunner going? Windrunner is also going for a sheep stick, so a lot of disable going to be coming out from Na'Vi. Lots of stuns, lots of disables. It's gonna be rough for mTw. They're just going to be continuously disabled. Everyone is going to be continuously disabled. Wisp tethered to that Sand King, as we see a pause going out from Xbox. Super lags. Well, maybe we could take a bit of a gander at the graphs. Gold's still in favor of Na'Vi. They have all of the enemy towers down, and they have all the tier 2s of their own. Experience kind of going the same way because of those 5 kills. And Na'Vi unfortunately lagging. Centaur. Are they talking about Centaur? Well, let's take an item check. Level 1. Not an item check. Yes, an item check. What am I talking about? Level 1 Necrobook on Lycan. What button is it? F5? There we go. 2 sheep sticks on Navi's side. Plus a long range initiation from Sand King. Actually, a huge blink ravage coming out from Syndrome. Sasha is going to be able to take out Sand King before he gets anything, but he instantly buys back into the game. Puppy going to get roared as well. Puppy's going to go down. But Puppy also buys back into the game. He's going to might teleport in with Sand King. No, Sand King has boosted travel, and now Puppy is going to be taking a lot of right clicks. He's getting chased around by Sock. He's going to get Hex up, and huge epicenter coming out from Xbox. Going to be hitting Funzy and fucking him out, but they're both still alive. Funzy is going to get taken down by the Sand King Sandstorm, actually. And now Sock, with that BKB, going to be looking for a kill onto Light of Heaven. Fucking Mad is going to be taken down by Dendy, who's going to get himself a double kill. Sock is going to take another Hex, and he's trying to go for Light of Heaven, but he's going to have to be careful. He's actually Arzard was the one who's going for it. Necro Minions, Necro Minions, Necro Minions. Sock going to be summoning some wolves, sticking them on Arzard. That is going to be the kill. No, a mech pops off to delay it a little bit more. Nature's Prophet going to get an unstoppable streak by taking out the Sock, and Arzard going to take a lot of right-click damage, and what the hell? Everyone left. What? What? And then, ladies and gentlemen, mTw win the game after getting 4-0 team wiped. So Na'Vi, unfortunately, losing their internet connection after taking 4 kills. Syndrome was the only one to escape from that. It's a good thing this isn't Dota 1. If this was Dota 1, we would have to load a save, and then I don't know, like, wouldn't even be able to watch this if it was Dota 1, but Syndrome did manage to pop out a very good Ravage, and he did manage to pick out the Wisp, did manage to pick out the Sand King. Was there any more buyback? Wouldn't be surprised if Nature's Prophet bought back. No, Nature's Prophet survived that whole thing, and Shadow Demon getting chased by wolves. He does have a Ghost Scepter up, so I don't think he'll die. We can continue our item check from before. Let's see. Shadow Demon with the Staff of Wizardry, most likely going to be going for a Force Staff, trying to keep himself away from the Lycan. If you have a Force Staff, and if you have a, a Ghost Scepter, which he already does have, he's going to be able to kite Sock for quite a long time. Nothing you can really do about that as the Lycanthrope. Other big items include, nothing. Wisp, how much money do you have? Wisp doesn't have much at all, so it's going to be that. Syndrome with drums, Hood of Defiance on Funzy, so Funzy really going for the no item build. It's a really popular build in pub games. Kebab working towards that Aghanim Scepter is 800 away, so he should have that in no time at all. Fucking Mad going for the no item build as well, but it's Venomancer. The no item build is standard on Venomancer. After that fight, difference gold earned climbing towards 12,000 in favor of Na'Vi. No. I'm not gonna get on the floor, dinosaur. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be that guy. Hopefully Navi reconnects relatively soon. There we go. Light of Heaven gonna be the first one. And yeah, we have a NS gonna be coming in for some reason as well. Light of Heaven is back, which means everyone else should be connecting in relatively short order. Let's actually take a look. No, there's no one in the chat. That's I'm actually completely okay with that. Unless I'm like not logged in or something, I'm just completely missing it. Let's actually try that right now. Yeah, they're just pause. It's gonna be fine. Here we go. Wisp gonna be the next one to come back. Wisps did get killed and bought back. Just gonna set his harass back just a little bit. And I'm not logging in here because it's apparently not working, but just waiting for the rest of Navi to come back. So yeah, what noobs? Only no internet and they are not able to play. Get your act together, Navi. But anyway, guys, if you liked this game so far, I do have a YouTube channel full of games from the defense, not live casted. They were replay casted, and I do have quite a bit of them. That is youtube.com/MikeLorisGaming. I would really appreciate it if you check some of those videos out. Tell me what you think about this casting sometime. I made a post on Reddit about it, and later on you could tell me what you thought about that, and I would love feedback. I actually don't get what is going on. I don't get as much feedback as I would like. So now I do know I have some people watching this, and I feel really great about that. So thanks for watching, guys. Of course, this game is far from over. Navi is in a pretty commanding lead, but mTw is never to be counted out. So this has been actually my first live cast of a game that's actually happening right now. So everything that's happening is happening right now, minus a minute delay or whatever. But yeah, that was all I'm gonna do for plugging myself. I'm gonna try to get some whatchamacallums, overlays. Let's get some overlays, get some like we're waiting for games kind of things, you know, stuff that Toby has and all the big casters have that I'm a little bit far behind in, but hell, this is my first cast, so I'm gonna have to work on that over time. Gonna be trying to get those up. Gonna be trying to go for a webcam, which I actually do not have right now. I'm casting on a desktop. It's really big. It's really annoying. So gonna be trying to get those to you guys in the future for more of these games. And we now have all of Dendi. All of Dendi, what the hell? All of Navi. Navi, Dendi, kind of synonymous, right? Right? Okay, I'm not. No. All of Navi back in the game. Gonna be ready to go. So there we go. We have an unpause now as another pause. mTw patenting the stream sniping DDoS builds. Like, really, you don't need items. You just need a really good hacker on your team. That's really all you need. Syndrin, the last remaining player from mTw, just patrolling around his base. Doesn't even have Ravage up, so this might mean a Rax for Navi. And if Navi let this game extend to like the hour, 50-minute mark, then this game would have been extremely rough for them. But they're doing exactly what they need to do, playing their early aggressive role extremely aggressively. And this tower is going to be taken down. It might even be the Rax. Lycan is still not up, and I don't think mTw wants to fight without that. They're going to have their hand forced, however. They're going to be forced to fight without a Ravage. They're going to have a Roar. Ranged Rax actually going to be the first one to get taken down, as Funzy going to be moving in. Going to take a Demonic Purge as Xbox actually blinks out. Roar going on to R's Art, and R's Art taking an Anchor Smash as well. Windrunner in the back, actually catching out fucking Mad in a Shackle Shot and completely demolishing him. Syndrin is going to get disrupted, and Soul Catcher, but he's going to be blinking out of that crap. Now in the Sprout and taking a lot of damage. Going to be taken down by the Wisp, so another 2 kills from Navi after that pause. Really rallied and just putting up the pressure. That is going to be a 1 set of racks in favor of Navi. And there, it looks like they don't want to stop. They know that Ravage is still down, and Ravage is down for another 20 seconds. So They're just going to keep going. Funzy now going to be taking Dendy's pressure. Burrow Strike going on into Funzy, and he's going to get tethered as well, trying to unleash some axes. And here comes Sock, going to get instantly turned into a pig. Unfortunately for him, Epicenter going to be channeled, but BKB says, fuck you, Epicenter. I'm just going to right-click someone, but enough right-click coming out from all of Na'Vi. Going to be able to take him down. Sindri is going to be the last one to fall. He's going to get sprouted up. Shadow Demon actually getting killed by the tower, and Puppy sitting in the tower as well. But Sindri unleashing the Ravage, trying to save himself for a little more time. Puppy is going to be going down. Fucking Mad teleporting in, and he did unleash a little bit of his poison, and he's going to get a double kill. What the hell? Where did everyone go? Dendy's the only one left. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, that was hilarious. What just happened? Everyone just got killed by the tower. Fucking Mad just did all the work, and then he didn't get anything. Nature's Prophet, the only one to survive, and Kebab now respawning, trying to hold off the top creeps on the top lane. The Light of Heaven. Yes, is that a Divine Rapier? That better be a Divine Rapier. I want to see a Divine Rapier. I don't care if the game is already over. I want to see it. Funzy now coming in, roaring Light of Heaven. They're going to be right clicks, very heavy right clicks, coming out from Kebab. Light of Heaven actually piglitting up Kebab, and he's going to be teleporting out there just fine. There is no stuns on this team. Real weakness from mTw when they drafted their lineup, and they're going to hold their middle set of racks. But, yeah, it's pretty rough to come back from. Nature's Prophet, that better be a Divine Rapier. If it is, I'm even going to tell everyone in this game watching right now that we have a Divine Rapier. If no one says anything. Fortunately for mTw, they kind of got shut down from the early stages of the game. It's hard to fight against such an early game-based lineup. And then, well, they did what they could. They took a couple of good fights, but their fights were they could happen a lot slower than Na'Vi, if that makes any sense. They had to wait for a Ravage every single fight, whereas Na'Vi had enough early game power to just take fights constantly. And if mTw didn't have that Ravage, they would get cleaned up. So, Syndrin and the rest of his squad going to be going around here as Dendy and Puppy going to be finding them all out. Sock is going to take a tether stun, and Dendy is going to be trying to shackle up Sock. He's going to be running around for some reason. I don't know where he's going. Sock is going to be transforming into a shapeshift. Ardog is the introduction. Nature's Prophet actually taking out fucking Mad before this fight even started, so no ultimate coming up from him. I don't think his ultimate. No, it was up. Nature's Prophet getting a double kill, not even with that Divine Rapier yet. Kebab is going to be the last one to fall. Burrow Strike, no. Power Shot coming out from the Windrunner. So 4-0 wipe once again in favor of Na'Vi. And there's the Divine Rapier. Yes, Rapier. Thank you, Light of Heaven. I like it. Treant's coming in, and that's going to be it. This Rax is going to go down. Tidehunter still has his Ravage. I'm pretty sure just came up, but you can't fight against a Rapier. You simply can't, especially when you have all this stun on your team. You're going to get stun locked, you're going to get hex locked, and that's going to be the end of the game. So Na'Vi taking a very exciting game. Going to be going, well, I don't know where I'm going with this. This is just group stages, but they're going to be taking a game off of mTw and in pretty awesome fashion as well. This Wisp doing a lot of damage with the spirits and then being a very nice global supporter. That Wisp combination with that Nature's Prophet is just so much of a game changer. mTw couldn't handle that. mTw played pretty well. They made, they did well with what they had, but really they didn't have anything, or they didn't have much to work with. So I agree, Wise. Wisp pick really doing work, and we might see more Wisps in the future, so look forward to that, guys. Xbox does have BKB, but he's going to get roared anyway. Funzy trying to do something, but Kebab is on the run. A couple more right clicks. Ravage going off on something. Shadow Demon only, but Venom Certain Challenge taking a fall. Syndrin taking one more hit by the Divine Rapier. Divine Rapier. Sock is transformed, and he's trying to go for the Wisp, but he's disabled once again. Divine Rapier just doing too much damage, like he's buying back into the game. Burrow Strike onto Sock, and he's going to take him down. Windrunner with the mega kill, and Light of Heaven. Light of Heaven getting blocked. Windrun actually managed to pick up 2 Divine Rapiers? What? When did that happen? I don't know what happened, but that's going to be the end of the game. So thanks for watching, guys. I would love comments, criticism, all that good stuff. I made a thread on Reddit, so I guess you can put it there. It's the easiest place for me to read it. If you like this cast, my channel is youtube.com/MikeLorisGaming, and I think that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. Na'Vi vs mTw from the group stage of the defense, and that's all she wrote. GG, guys.